What is up, guys? Cajun here, and today, we are going to be talking about the Team Liquid tournament again, and how it's not going too hot, how it didn't go too well, according to quite a bit of people. A lot of people were upset because they got disqualified, because they didn't respond to a protest, even though they won the game, and they uploaded their match media after, and all that sort of stuff. So people were upset. There was a lot of stuff going around, and I just want to say this to get started. Yes, Arch and ESL have not learned from the past. However, and they do make mistakes. However, that is no reason to go and message them death threats and tell them to kill themselves. There's a reason that no orgs want to be in the critical ops scene, and that's one of the reasons right there. It's childish, it's stupid, and it's immature. And if we keep having people like this in the comp scene, nothing's ever gonna happen. Critical ops is gonna die if this keeps up. But anyway, yesterday were the Team Liquid qualifiers for North America and Europe, and a lot of people said that teams were abusing the protest ticket feature, that they would protest, and not thinking anything of it. And this is something I thought of. A lot of teams use the mobile app for ESL, and I don't think you get a notification when you get a protest ticket. So they wouldn't know, and they wouldn't respond, and they'd get disqualified. And then they'd be like, whoa, why'd we get disqualified? We won. And stuff like that. And then there were other instances of match media not being uploaded in time and people getting disqualified. But it's kind of hard to upload something in 15 minutes, especially if you are in a country with bad Wi-Fi. And don't have very good Wi-Fi. So, anyway, let's just get into the things that were happening. Which basically the main aspect of the problem was players abusing protests. And I will admit, teams should be able to respond. Teams should be on. I'll give the teams that use the apps the ESL app benefit of the doubt, because if I remember correctly, you don't get a notification about that, and you can't respond within the app. Arch said you could. Again, I haven't played a tournament for ESL in a while, but last I remember, you couldn't respond in the app to a protest ticket. And if ESL's gonna suggest for you to download and use that, then why don't they have that feature in there? And that's for any game. This isn't just for critical ops, because you have all their games, you can use the app for that. So it's weird. But yeah, that's one problem that was, that's the main problem from yesterday. And then some points that some problems that I have thought about is, one, having a mod spectate the matches, because ESL is the only tournament that I know of in the critical ops community that doesn't have a mod spectating the matches. Usually there's a mod, and there's no mod spectating these matches. And I'll get to in a second why that's hard for them to do, because it's hard for them to do because they want the tournament done in a day. And I'll get into what I think about that later. But, you know, it'd be easier to have a mod watching the game, and then say a protest ticket opens up, you know, that mod could deal with that protest ticket or whatever. I don't know. The main problem I have with ESL, this is ESL's, fourth time trying to come back into the critical ops scene, and every time they have shit on it. And the reason why is because they're trying too hard to do tournaments in one day. Now, for the cup tournaments, like the Mob Crush tournaments and the tournaments that were, one-day tournaments, I understand that. The cup tournaments are fine. But this is a qualifier for a major tournament. A tournament that could very well change the future of Critical Ops esports and Critical Ops competitive. Why would you do this in one day? Why not be like a Alliance or really any other tournament in the scene and do it all in one day? Why not do you have to play these matches from March 30th to March 1st. You have 3 days to play the matches. If you don't play it by then, if you don't set a match, or if so-and-so can't set a match, then they get disqualified. If they can't set a time, they get disqualified. Why can't you do that? Why must it be a one-day tournament for a qualifier? Also, with the support tickets and the protest tickets, it's not as likely to be abused because you have more than a day to respond, to upload your videos, to get the evidence in, and you could look at it and decide rather than just on the fly and, you're not here in 10 minutes, you're fucked, And so, to be honest, they need to stop doing it in a day. They need to stop it. Now, like I said, if they want to do community cup tournaments in a day, that's fine. That's cool. Those are for fun. But this is for $500. This is for the future of Critical Ops. You can't fuck this up. You can't. Like, I just don't see what ESL is not seen in that yet. And, Arch, I know he tries his best, but I think they need to listen to the community more because we know what we're talking about. And just the biggest problem is the one-day thing. I'm going to say that over and over. I've already said it over and over. That's the problem with ESL. That, had it always been, had this tournament been like a Battlefly tournament or a Alliance tournament, where you have certain dates to play round 1, certain dates to play round 2, so forth and so on. You have to schedule matches on these certain days. We probably wouldn't be hearing about this. The tournament would probably be running smoothly and all that. But it's not. And like I said, I know Arsenal are trying their best. But this isn't the way to do it. If you would do it, set schedule, then you wouldn't be having these problems. And to be honest, when I saw that ESL was hosting it, and I think I said it in, when I found out, I was like, oh no, it's ESL. And then I was like, I can't say that. Maybe they've changed. And it turns out they really haven't changed. And that's really sad to see. It really sucks. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the tournament. If you've played in it, so forth, so on. I don't know who the top 4 teams were. Let me go check real quick. All right, just realized I didn't hit record at all during that. So our 4 teams is going to be Philosophy was in 4th, Merciless in 3rd, Animosity in 2nd, and UVS in 1st. They will be going on to face IFLD to our Seminole and Miz. And let me see who went in for the European tournament. Alrighty, so to play against EXCL, S2 Elevate in Quadrant X will be, and EU had a lot of teams. EU had 42, NA had 24. Let's see. So Aura Esports, 4th, Vault 2nd, Rain, Vault 3rd, Reign 2nd, SVR Esports 1st. And Vault, I think Vault was one of those teams that was complaining. They're still in. I don't know why they're complaining. Well, I could see why they're complaining, because they want it to be right. They want it to play for first place, maybe get a better seeding, because seeding does matter in this, because all that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Actually, I didn't say it. I just realized that I didn't have recording on, and that I'm actually doing this now. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.